Hey everybody, what's going on? Ravage Talon here, going to bring you another StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we're looking at a 1 versus 1 played by a friend of mine, and he's right here. He's playing the blue Protoss pieces. His name is zyZ, or zyZ. Actually don't know how to say his name, but not really going to worry about that now. He's a fairly good player. I've been watching his progress ever since the game's release, ever since I knew he actually played StarCraft. And he's currently High Diamond League, if not Masters League. I actually have to check. I'm not 100% sure what he is, but I do know he is light years ahead of me and a very good player. And his opponent today on Metalopolis, spawning on the eastern side here, is going to be Bragoon, playing the red Zerg pieces. And yeah, today we're looking at a PvZ. Protoss versus Zerg, so this one should be pretty interesting. I've actually not ever watched one of zyZ's games. Yet I've been meaning to ask him for some of his replays, but you know, no time like the present, I suppose. So let's get right into this. He's already thrown down a pylon at the bottom of his ramp here, and he's going for a forge first. Looks like he might go into a forge fast expand. Maybe even pressure with some cannons to the natural expansion of the Zerg. Meanwhile, we've got the scout drone moving out for the red player. The first scouting overlord went across the gap over here to see if he was close positions by air, but it is not the case. They are cross positions today, which is usually a good thing for the Zerg player because, especially on Metalopolis, the Zerg player likes to expand here, then here, then here, then here in a nice crescent, and more or less expanding away from the opponent. It's better if they're here. This is the ideal position for a Zerg player if you want your opponent to be there. If you're spawned in one of these positions, so you can definitely expand away. But this is pretty good. You can still expand freely without too much resistance there. Spawning pool has gone up. We see the expand going down. Looked like that went down at either 16 or so. Didn't actually catch it when. Got a gateway and a cannon going up, so zyZ is going to be securing his natural expansion very quickly here. This cannon and that gateway finish. Another pylon going down. Not sure why he's stopped his probe production right now. Looks like he's probably saving up for a Nexus. Or maybe building a Zealot there. Not too uncommon. And oh, here we go. I'm missing this completely. He's going to be pressuring the natural with some cannons. That's why he was saving his money and he cut pro production. Few Zerglings out now, though, with some drone support to take out. And this is very good. He's walled this cannon in, so this is going to be locked down. He's forced to cancel that because this cannon is pretty much untouchable. The more beefier pylon is sitting right there, and it's a complete wall. Complete wall. That cannon cannot be touched by anything right now. So the Zerg player is going to be forced to stay on one base for now, or he could be completely ballsy and go take the gold. Be like, you want to lock down my natural? Fine, I'll take a fast gold, no problem. What of it, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Anyway. So we've got the cybernetics core going down. 2 gases up for zyZ here. Getting those saturated nicely. Only 1 gas still for the Zerg player. Queen is out. 2 queens out. Pooping creep and vomiting larva. Very good, very good. This gold expansion is about halfway done. And it's going to be scouted by this probe, so that's pretty big. zyZ is going to know about that and will be able to respond accordingly. He's actually throwing down his expansion now. And producing another pylon there. Still only 1 gateway down. So he's going to go for a very macro-oriented style play here. Going to throw down another gateway. And it looks like he's going to try to finish this little wall off here. We've got the Overlord from Bragoon over here. And around maybe the 8-minute mark or so, he may throw that Overlord in here just to go for a suicide scout. And then third base going up already. A fast third base. We're at 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. Fast third base going up for the Zerg player. Very interesting play. Being very aggressive in response to this aggressive cannon play to lock down the natural expansion. For all you know, this could be an impromptu Day 9 Fun Day Monday rules where you can't take your natural expansion, but we'll not assume as such just because he got locked down. Evo Chamber going down, Layer is on the way, almost done there. And still only on one gas for the Zerg player, getting some good saturation going at the gold as well. And the longer that he holds this gold, some Zerglings moving into the natural of the Protoss player. Probably going to picked off one probe there, not going to do much. Might pick off that sentry. No, the Zerglings will run away as that Zealot would have just tore them to pieces. This third base is almost done here for the Zerg player. Over here at the Protoss player's base, 2 more gateways going down, so we'll be on 5 warp gates. So the Protoss player will be able to get a large amount of units out very quickly and hopefully make an aggressive push, because little does he know, I don't think he knows about this expansion. Let's see. Does he know about this? No, he does not. So it would be wise of him to get a few scouts going up around the map to see what is going on here. Meanwhile, another small group of Zerglings is going to move in. A couple of Stalkers, Sentries, Zealots. That Sentry might go down. No, all those Zerglings go down to the handful of Sentry, Stalkers, and single Zealot there. Don't know why there's a probe in that mix. There he goes, getting back to work now. Let's get this production tab open. Oh, looks like we've got a small counterattack with a small group of Zealots and Stalkers moving in. Yes, he is warping in units off of this pylon here. Very good play to use what he's built there. And this warp-in location is fairly secure just because of that cannon. Also throwing down a force field to stop any reinforcements coming around from the neighboring bases. Roaches are out now on the field for the Zerg player. But right now, I would honestly say that the Protoss player is ahead just because of the pressure that he's putting on. Locking down that natural put him far behind, while the Zerg player does have this gold, and it is giving him a lot of money compared to what the Protoss player is having. He was able to hold off that attack now. You know, I'd almost say it's kind of even at this point. Roaches are going to move in, probably finally take this this little outpost out here. Roaches poking away, doing a little roach micro, keeping the roaches aggroed by the cannon rather than the Zerglings. And a cannon goes down, and those 2 pylons will fall. Meanwhile, back at the Protoss base, large group of gateway units forming at the front. Do we have any upgrades on the way yet, or any upgrades completed? Yes, we do. We have the +1 ground attack for these units, so they'll just be that much more stronger. And anything else going on? We've got a pylon over here. What's this guy doing? Nope, just going to be warping some units down on the low ground. Meanwhile, small forces Zerglings going to be flanking around here to poke at this front. Nothing doing. Zerglings and Roaches over here, not doing too much. And it looks like he's going to be moving in. Is he going to move into the gold? That would be wise to try to lock down this gold expansion to get back into this game. He's moving up in here. The Zergling's going to move in, try and get a surround on these Stalkers. Some good force fields going down. And there goes the Guardian Shield. And it looks like he was able to trap all of those Roaches in those shields, or those force fields, I'm sorry, and drive them away. So this expansion is going to be locked down. Very good play from zyZ here. But the Zerg player can just this Zerg player can just retreat to this expansion. I still don't know if the Protoss player knows about it. No, he doesn't. So as far as zyZ knows, he's assuming that the Zerg player might just be on one base or might have a hidden expansion somewhere. I'm sure he has the game sense to think that he's probably expanded somewhere at this point. But now he's also taken his natural finally. You don't usually see someone take their natural 10-12 minutes into the game. And it looks like the Protoss player is going to be moving in here for the death push. He's got a large number of Stalkers and Sentries with the Guardian Shield. Force fields going down, trapping these Roaches, doing some Stalker micro. Very good play. And these Stalkers and Zerglings will fall. More reinforcements. Do we have any more reinforcements coming in? Yes, we do. Some being warped into the low ground, Stalkers and Sentries moving in. And I don't know what the Zerg player can do at this point. It looks pretty much over, and the GG is inevitable. Not exactly sure what can be done at this point. Also throwing down that force field at the ramp to block reinforcements coming in from the main. This natural expansion going to be locked down once again. And I think it's pretty much over at this point. Still never found out about this, though. Still never found out about that hidden expansion. He'll watch this replay and be like, huh, I never knew about that. Guess it didn't really matter too much. But this game is definitely over. It's just, it's a matter of time now. There's really nothing else that the Zerg player can do. And there's the GG. Knew it was coming. So zyZ takes this game rather rather decisively, rather convincingly. Very good play. Very good Protoss play. I like seeing good Protoss, as I am a Brotoss myself. And yeah, we got another game coming up from zyZ, and we'll see how that one goes. But he's 1-0 so far in these casts. We'll see you next time for another cast.